It's official. It is Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Robbie Williams marrying American-born actress Ada Field in a 30-minute ceremony. That's all it took at his Beverly Hills mansion in the early hours of this morning. Well, showbiz journalist Gail Murphy joins us now from LA. Gail, you were absolutely on the money. It wasn't Santa Catalina after all that. They didn't have to cross those shark-infested waters.
Absolutely right, and I'll tell you, I'm relieved to hear that. But take that, naysayers, because Robbie's got his gal. As Robbie Williams married his best gal, Ada Field, at a 30-minute ceremony that was described as romantic and beautiful in front of 25 to 75 of their closest friends and relatives, and that's depending upon who you talk to. You know, we knew going into this that they didn't want to make a circus out of this. So they pulled the plug on the idea of getting married in Santa Catalina in shark-infested waters within 24 hours, and they were able to put this all together. If you're watching the internet at all, you can see all the photographs that are up there of the last-minute caterers scrambling to get these tents up. And the secrecy shrouding this is that the CIA should take note of.
Well, and why the secrecy? Because I gather a lot of people, if you ask him in LA, Robbie Williams, that it's Robbie who. I guess it was the UK paparazzi that he was trying to hide from.
You think?
Well, yes. I'm just asking you,
yes,
what sort of impact has it had there in the States?
Well, I think it's very low key, as we talked about yesterday. But it's all over. I mean, all you have to do is look at the UK news, and it's everywhere, and it's repetitive. And it was funny because I was talking. Well, it's not funny, but I was talking to some of my colleagues who didn't know who Robbie was, and suddenly it was discovering this whole world of this very famous musician who I've come to find out was like the 28th richest musician in the UK, and having had this incredible career, which has been just a very light sound here, unless you're actually in the music business or cover it. But it was a beautiful event. He looked really handsome. Word has it that in one of his vows, he said that he would give up smoking. Also, you know, he's on the wagon, so there was no alcohol served at the wedding. Although, depending upon what source that you go with, some say no alcohol and some say champagne, but I go with the no alcohol.
And I gather he's in good company there in Mulholland Estates, where the wedding took place at this house. I think neighbours include, Brian Wilson, Beach Boys, Avril Lavigne, Paris Hilton. So he's with the A-listers.
Oh, yeah. Also, Warren Beatty and Jack Nicholson is up there. If it's exactly where I think it is, it's on the valley side of Mulholland, which has a beautiful, expansive view of the valley. And so if the wedding did start at about 5 o'clock is what we were talking about. We really got to watch the changing of the colors and the sun go down, and I suspect it was gorgeous. From the photographs that we did see, there were beautiful orchids hanging from the trees and beautiful lighting, and looking at the beautiful house that he lives in. It's a compound. Everything was just put together just really first class.
On that romantic note, Gail, thanks very much indeed for updating us there in LA. Thank you.
Thank you.